We just touched down in Chi-town.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? We thought that everyone got their shirts made, but everyone actually gets a shirt.
I think it's broken.
Came for coffee, left with a brand new pair of shoes.
Exciting news.
Oh, so what is up, YouTube? We just touched down in Chi-town, Chicago, the Windy City, the home of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So
What's up?
What's up? Dennis Rodman.
I'll
if you've
insert
watched.
it.
Dennis, you want to come play for the Bulls? I said, I don't care. Whatever. What's up?
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, it was pretty seamless travel, actually. Thank goodness, no Annabelle debacles, but yeah, bags arrived, flight was easy, and the Uber, we had caught a really nice car straight here. So we are staying in the Hilton. We are within walking distance of the actual Hyrox Worlds event, and we are about to walk through the city and go check in. It is Thursday. We have the Elite 15 tonight for the men and the women. We have the pro individuals tomorrow, and then we compete on the Saturday in the mixed pairs. So it's going to be a big weekend. We're going to show you around the city, show you what we get up to, eat some food, meet some people. This is basically the who's who of the fitness space. Anyone who is doing Hyrox, even supporting Hyrox in any division is basically going to be in Chicago. So lots of chance to network and meet new people that we may have seen online but not seen in person. And yeah, we're just super excited.
It's gonna be fun. Let's go.
I'm going to turn you around and show you the view from our hotel room. Pretty cool. We're on the 15th floor. It is very different to Austin. Very different vibe already. But Chicago, we are here.
Gym inside the accommodation, which is perfect. Everything we need. Towels, a few treadmills. Oh my gosh, an assault runner. It's so random. Cable machines. So you can get a pump before your Hyrox. You look good on the common floor. Okay, we're getting close to the venue. It's called the Old Navy Pier. So this is the river, and there's a big Ferris wheel, and here we approach the Navy Pier. So today is the opening ceremony in the Elite 15, as Bailey said, and there are people wearing like national country uniforms. Bailey's got his Bayfit shirt on, Be All in Fitness.
Yeah.
Across the road. Oops, he's jaywalking again. So potentially underdressed. Love how that lady was like, you can go for a run around the lake. I was like, how long will it take? It looked like an ocean. And she was like, as long as you want. Doing, bruh.
Doing. All right, so we're here. We're going to check in, get our wristbands, maybe buy some new shoes. I don't know. But this looks fun. Oh, shit. Oh, this is where you get the shirt. Okay.
You should cut it into a crop.
Yeah. So we thought that everyone got their shirts made, but everyone actually gets a shirt. Yeah, alright, we're good.
I'm going to put the clips in of us being like, why would they making their own country uniforms? Meanwhile. Okay, just switched onto the phone for vlogging because we were just walking and I dropped our DJI handheld thing, so I'm a bit depressed because I think it's broken. But anyway,
we are walking to the opening ceremony, I believe. So I think it says 6:30 opening ceremony. There was like something at 4:30, the Walk of Nations or something like that, where everyone got in their home countries. I don't know. We didn't go to that, but it says 6:30 opening ceremony, and then the Elite 15s go
at 7.
At 7 o'clock. I think the girls go first. We're back, baby. Let's go. Yeah. They just finished to the lunch station, so they got one more station to go, which is the wall balls. Shit, man. I don't know. I don't even know the name of the girl who's winning right now, but she's moving. Men just started. They did their first run. I don't know how fast, but they were flat out sprinting. And now they're on the ski erg. JK's in first. The former world champs in second. I don't know what his name is. And then Hunter's in third. My boy Jake did to the middle of the pack. I want Jake to do well. Come on, Jakey boy.
4:25, 20, and then the last three.
don't worry, we can do it together. And he was like, I don't think we will have a wedding if we do this together. And I was like, but if you can't find anyone, like surely. And he was like, no.
I don't know, I can't see, but I think JD just pulled out.
He's got like people around him. He's grabbing at his foot. Oh, he just took his ankle thing off.
I don't even know this guy's name. That was super fun. Super fun. Elite 15s, hats off, respect. You guys are beasts. Beasts. I don't have any real desire to be a pro Hyrox, but I completely respect what they're doing in space. Our camera broke.
So oh yeah, I'll put all the clips in.
As we were walking, yeah, Maddie unfortunately dropped it and it was very sad. And it seemed to have broke. And then we saw Annabelle and we was like, oh, our camera broke. Look, it doesn't work. And then it worked again. So
magic touch.
Magic touch. We're back in action. The girls.
I almost cried. I was in such a mood too. So this is like I went from like level 0 to level 100. So
the girls Elite 15 was really good.
It was so busy.
So it was packed that, and it actually got quieter for the boys. But I think it's just because it got so late. Like it's 10:20 now. We have walked home, but didn't start till like 8:30-ish. And then obviously goes for like an hour. That was a really good race as well. Super entertaining. Lots of back and forth. It's crazy how you can build such a big lead and then it can kind of evaporate. You feel like, yeah, there's no coming back from things, and they came back. And there was such a tight finish. The guy in first place, I don't even know his name.
I've seen him before. I've seen him a lot online, actually.
Yeah,
that guy. I think he's European.
Yeah, he definitely is European.
Could you hear the people behind us? I got it on video.
Yeah.
There was like, so Hunter is American, and this guy was, maybe he wasn't European. Maybe he was like.
I reckon he was like Czechoslovakian or something. Yeah,
nah, they were people behind us giving Brazilian vibe. I don't know if that sounds bad to say, but anyway.
I was going based off the flag that went out to, not the vibe.
The vibe. Well, because they were fighting in the crowd. It was like they were cheering, and then the other guy won. They kept being like, "Well, sucked in," and like going back and forth. And I was like, "Oh my god, we need to leave."
So he was winning. Like Hunter led the whole way, and then last two stations, this guy's put the foot down, and then started winning. And then he got to the wall balls. Had like a 20 rep lead, and like in the women, almost all of them went unbroken. So we're like, oh, the men are probably going to do the same. Once you get there, it's very hard to overtake someone when the cycle speed is basically almost the same for everyone. But the guy got 50, broke, then got to like 70, broke, 80, broke, 85, broke, just like was breaking down. Hunter has 20 reps to make up, which is a lot. And he went unbroken the whole time, and then the guy won by like 2 reps. It was really crazy close finish. Super entertaining. Yeah, very, very entertaining to watch, and just like fired everyone up to get after it and go way slower for the rest of the weekend. But
yeah, that was cool. Already, it's like 20 people in the fitness space just in the same room, so it's really good energy. And so it's 10:20 now. We're back at the room. Currently, actually editing the final YouTube video from Austin, which is a bit more of like a week overview, so bits and pieces from every day. There's some footage that we haven't released yet, so we'll try and get that up in the next 24 hours. Bailey's got his announcement going out at midnight tonight that he has signed with, drumroll,
Lululemon.
If you didn't know, couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's been in the works for the last 3 months nearly, just making sure we understand each other. I understand them as a brand, their mission, their goals, and they understand me as an athlete, a business person, and a leader of my community. So yeah, it's been something we haven't just jumped into. We wanted to make sure it was the right fit. But yeah, we will be commencing working together as my primary clothing sponsor moving forward, which is very, very exciting. Not only the product is something I love, but the brand and the vision, the people, and the direction they're trying to go in is something that I align with strongly. So very excited to keep collaborating. We've done some pretty cool things already with them with no official partnership. So I cannot wait to see what things we can do together with a bit more time, effort. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And from like the first time we met them, so they reached out to speak to Bailey. It was much earlier in the year. I feel like it was closer to February even. And then we kind of went back and forth like, oh, I don't know. And we have like in his announcement video, there's actually clips from the first time we went and spoke to them in store. And it was just Renee, shout out. She was a person that really got like all this in motion and across the line. But like from the first time we met her, it was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've known you my whole life. And just the level of like love and care and attention to detail is like insane. So it's going to be super fun representing them this weekend at the Hyrox Worlds, which is really cool. And you'll be representing them again at the Gold Coast Marathon.
Yeah. And everything else I do. Big up Lululemon. Up the lemons.
Up the lemons.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to keep editing and we'll check back in tomorrow. Tomorrow, Bailey and Annabelle are not racing. Spectating day, but we have quite a few friends that are competing in the individuals. I'm shooting some content for individuals, so we'll be at the track all day.
Morning. It is morning number 1 in Chicago, day 2 officially. Again, another late night on the tools for Madison and I. Another early morning on the alarm. But we're going to go explore the city a little bit, get a quick run in before we head to the venue. Maddie is shooting Be All in Media all day for day 1. We're not competing today, but I'm actually going to be helping on the tools because she has so many people who want to be filmed. So I'm her sous chef, her assistant, her apprentice, whatever it is. And it's going to be a good day. It's actually not freezing, but it's pretty cold in Chicago, especially in comparison to Austin. So got the long sleeve on from my Lululemon and we're going to go hit the city.
Let's go for a run.
Let's go.
Alright, we out here. Maddie's already at the venue. She's shooting her first client who starts in like 5 minutes. I'm walking there now. I've just picked up her coffee. And at the coffee store I got coffee from, the Rider Global team were there. My man Adam Klink just hooked me up with a fresh pair of all whites, size 9.5, my man. So some goodies, unexpected goodies came for coffee, left with a brand new pair of shoes. I appreciate that, homie. So I'm going to the venue now to shoot Maddie's second client at 9:20. And then we're gonna head back to that same cafe and hang out with the whole Rad Global crew. Noah Olsen's gonna be there. I think Chandler Smith might come for a little bit as well. So good little crew. A lot of people I've spoken to online before, but it's cool to actually meet them in person, put a face to the name. So far, had a good run this morning. Nice 8Ks around the city, put some shots in of that, and now we're heading to the arena with a fresh pair of shoes. Chicago, you ain't Texas, but you keep treating me like this, we gonna get on just fine. I just had a guy yell out to me, he goes, excuse me. I'm like, oh shit, what's up? He's like, is that a phone? I'm like, this? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh no, it's like a little camera. He's like, and you just talking to it. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I am.
Are you ready for your day of work? Sub-employee?
How you going?
Great. It's so hectic to start because I've never met her.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm trying to figure out which one she is. There's about 5 girls that look the exact same.
Oh my god.
But I figured out. I just spoke to her parents as well.
Okay, cool.
I was like, oh, I'll get some content of you. They're like, no, we're sick today.
Oh.
Don't post it anywhere. I'm like, oh my god, how can you be sick in another country?
Yeah.
Okay, you're ready to work?
Yep.
9:20. Do you know what she looks like?
Kind
She's
of.
wearing blue.
All right. Shit. Moose. Let's go, Charles. Nailed it. Burpees. Let's go. This shit is chaos.
Okay. 2 Be All in Media clients down.
Done.
It was a bit hectic because there was actually a bit of a crossover between them, so that's why I sub-employed Bailey O'Brien, content king, so it was pretty reliable. But they did great. It was really cool. The second girl I was filming, Chelsea, was in the same heat as Lucy Davis, so we got to get some clips of that as well. Double 2 in
Upper
1.
loose.
Killed it. All right, gotta get some food and then back to it.
All right, we're here watching. So apparently they're using new turf for the sled tracks, and the sled push is burying people. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully it won't be too bad for myself because I'm using the women's weight in the pairs. But for the boys right now in the pro, very soul-crushing stuff.
Hello vlog, welcome back to our accommodation after a pretty big day at the arena. 4 o'clock, got there at 8:20 a.m, which is a long time. We are both pretty tired. Bailey's got to compete tomorrow, but we're gonna get some food. I've got heaps of editing to do. I have a Bailey is really competitive athletically and in a lot of ways. I am really competitive, but my competitiveness is not heaps athletic based, but it comes out in weird ways. So at the moment, my competitiveness is about making Bailey's YouTube the best it can be. And so I posted 3 vlogs 3 days in a row, and I can't express how obsessed I am now with creating more incredible content and helping the channel reach more people. And this happens to me where I'll get like fixated on something and just like become obsessed with it. Can you tell I have that energy right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sickness. So I want to go home desperately because I have another video that I'm working on. I want to finish it and post it. I can't explain how excited I am to do that. Like, I'm so excited. Like last night, I stayed up until Bailey was like, all right, we've got to go to bed early.
I said 11 p.m. We like
have to be in bed. And at this point I was editing and I was like, okay, I'll turn the computer off at 10:30.
Yeah.
10:30.
Yeah.
This is at 10 o'clock. Edited till 10:30. Then Bailey didn't say anything, so I just stayed on. Kept editing until
12 again.
Well, I kept editing until 11. But then
It was
maybe a little bit longer.
11:30. And then we hopped in bed, and then it was like editing on phones and like uploading things, scheduling them.
But I was having so much fun. I don't know if this is like what a workaholic says, but I don't think workaholics are having as much fun as I am. So, hey. Anyway.
We need some sleep when we get back to Australia.
But yes. But I also have to edit all of my clients from today's content because it's really cool when you do an event like this and you want to post about it as soon as you can afterwards.
Yeah.
So I try and do a really quick turnaround. I've already given one of the girls a reel, but yeah, I really want to get some of this footage done so they can post it within 24 hours is my turnaround, if not sooner. Again, Bailey's got to compete tomorrow. He's been standing up all day and he said his legs are so tired. So another thing for me, I don't like bad things happening, but when bad things happen and then they become good things, that's like the ultimate cheat code to life. So this camera breaking and then miraculously fixing itself has just been the greatest thing of all time. I can't believe how happy I get every time I see this functioning camera working. Just the best.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just back in the apartment chilling, editing, laying on the bed. And one of the coolest parts of this trip is we've just had the chance to like network and meet so many people that I have like followed online or connected with online, but I just have never got the chance to obviously like meet because we're in Australia and all these guys are in like America. So one of the guys who I followed for a while, who started following me recently, is Matt Choi, Austin guy. I didn't actually see him in Austin, but just like a big, sorry, people came in the lift. I had to cut that one short, but yeah. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, I appreciate you so much, dude. Also for getting that extra footage, bro.
Dude.
Because I didn't have my brother today, and it was honestly they didn't allow as much media inside.
Yeah, okay. Dude, I got so much.
Dude, I appreciate it, bro. Because low key, even my videographer, his camera was a little bit off. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
He doesn't have the newer camera, so it looked at when he sent it to me, it was like a little a little foggy.
All right, this is like.
Yeah, I mean that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got like.
I
heaps
honestly,
of
bro,
all
you
the
just
transition
send,
stuff.
just send all of it.
I'll
I'll
send
just
all of it.
scrape
Yeah.
through it. I'll just scrape through it. Yeah, dude, it was tough, dude. The sleds.
Yeah, you did well though. It's
Yeah,
like
6. Yeah, I mean, I felt like the sled just it wasn't moving for me. The pull, at least.
yeah. So the sled slowed heaps of people down.
Yeah.
You powered through it.
I try. Yeah, I mean, the push I was better at than
Yeah,
the pull.
yeah.
But
I like yelled at you one point. I was like, try and go like a bit further back on the pull.
I know. Low
Yeah,
key, I was.
yeah.
It would seem like it was much larger than in New York. Even.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But to your point, I agree.
You did really good.
Yeah,
Really good.
it was a solid effort. I'm not mad at it.
Bro, you should be like everyone who was going for sub 60 did like 105.
Yeah,
like,
the 103s, 102s.
Yeah. Like Lucy did 105. Like my man Ollie Moore did like 105. You did 105. Like all these like bubble people who were like chasing that 60. Like I think it was like a slightly longer course. The sled was a little bit harder. Like
I mean, the 2 splits. I mean, all my runs were like 3:45 actually. Besides the first and then the last one.
Okay, cool.
So like my runs
That's
are always
fast.
strong.
That's
It's just
good.
I need to clean up some of those some of the movements. I just like the movements just got to get cleaned up.
Yeah. I love that guy. 15. Anyway. So yeah, Matt started following me like recently since I was in Austin basically. He was like, oh, who's this guy? Followed me, we kind of connected. Met him like on day one, just were chatting, and then I was talking to him like, oh, when you're racing, what time? You got content obviously. He's like, yeah, I've got a guy with a camera, but like I would love some iPhone stuff too, just like because iPhone is like, especially for content creators, you want to kind of get the content out quickly, so there's not too much delay. And if you've got like the big cameras and they've got to like take it home, edit it, it takes a little while to get it back to the creator, which is Matt. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just get some iPhone content for you. And then he was like, shit, I want to get something out today, can you get me that content? And so just went down to the lobby, airdropped him, you just would have seen that. And he'll put something out tonight. Hopefully the content's good, because I've been like practicing all day as a Be All In Media assistant. But yeah, part of this trip has just been like so cool, just to connect and meet with people from all over the world, but especially in the States. Everything's just like, all the creators in America are just doing it really well. It's cool to learn from them and connect with them. So Matt Joy, big up to yourself.
I need to sit in the chair over there, I think, because my shoulders are so rounded.
She hustling. Talking the vlog about my boy Matt Choi. Giving him the content. Which
you happy with his race?
Yeah. He actually said like, oh, I need to work on my stations a bit more. I don't know. I think his stations are pretty good if you ask me. Especially the sled. Pump sled. Well, like when most people got buried on the sled push, he pumped
some
it.
people absolutely demolished the sled.
Yeah. I don't know if the lanes were the discrepancy between the lanes.
I reckon there was.
But yeah, he seemed to move very well. Anyway, he's such a nice guy. I feel like I've known him my whole life. And
isn't that crazy? There's definitely an American, like, it's an American thing where they really do make you feel like you've known them. Trey.
Yeah. Trey, I love you. Maddie loves you. Can we please go back to the tuck shop together?
I think I have like a
be careful.
employment crush on Trey. I have a
the man.
career crush.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. I think I just made it up.
Trey is who we were speaking to in the last vlog. Actually, maybe not in the last vlog. The BPN tour. He's like the main media guy at BPN. And he came to Australia, to the Hills of all places in Sydney, and goes to Tuck Shop, the same cafe that we go to, which is crazy. And I don't know, we just kind of got on like a house on fire. Such a good dude, just so humble. Like, just we shared similar interests. We spoke about like the sport of CrossFit and like the direction that it was going in the past and now where it's going, which is a bit of like, interesting space. I don't know, I just feel like, you know, when you meet someone, you're just on the same page. Me and that guy, Matty and that guy, we're on the same page. He's low-key Australian at heart. And then Matt Choi, same, on the same page. Welcome to the race day vlog. We're going to try and shoot for sub 60. So that is my full race debrief. I now need to switch back into marathon
preparation because I have the Gold Coast Marathon in 2 weeks after 24 hours of travel. To be perfectly honest, I'm not as prepared as I should be for that marathon, due to the nature of just like traveling overseas and just being so busy with work at the moment. It's no like excuse, and I've had that injury which I spoke about, which put me out of action for a whole week and has limited the training or the running and the speed of running, and the volume I'm allowed to do each week as well. So it very much, if I was to guess whether or not I'm going to run sub 3 or not, I'm going to guess no, but I'm not like using an excuse. I'm not like going to defeat myself before I've even run the race. Like, I'm still going to go for it, and if I fail, I fail. I'm not going to be one of those people who's like too scared to fail that they don't even try. And I'll lead by example like that. And if I miss it, I will miss it, and I'll be like, you've got to lose the same way you win. You've got to be humble in defeat as well, and I'll be open and honest about it, and it'll be fine. Because I feel like most people are too scared to try because they don't want to fail, but I'm very much not going to do that. I'm still going to shoot for it, and then we'll see what happens.
Often Bailey and I will say this has mainly been at CrossFit events, but any competition or any major event, you can tell who's going to perform well and who's not based off their language. And we'll often notice that people that are already giving themselves excuses like, I've had crazy time at work, like before an event, or I've been having this niggling injury, or all these types of things, to give themselves an excuse before the event. And we'll often say like, they've already talked themselves out of it and they're looking for an excuse. And I don't think that is the case here at all, because it's not like you're scared. It's only that running is very much like did you do the work? And due to the nature of our life right now, some of the work has just been missed. Like, whether you ticked every single box, and right now the boxes have a few squiggly lines going through them. So it's just more of a being honest, but it's not like, because I know Bailey deep down, like the last thing he would ever do is give excuses before he's even tried. So he's going to try his little butt off. But it's also like the reason we have this YouTube is to give the behind the scenes of like the full story, and like you're documenting the journey. So that is why you're being transparent. Yeah, for sure. Because there was a period, like after the first 3 YouTube videos, I hadn't missed a single session of the running. I was doing like everything, full warm up, full cool down, full everything. And there's just been so many times over the past like month that we've either been away in Brisbane, away in Melbourne, away in like Austin, now Chicago, where I've either had to shorten sessions. I had before we even traveled, like I had a whole week off where I was not allowed to run for 7 days. Any exercise. Any exercise. Couldn't bike, couldn't swim, couldn't do anything that involved my adductor or my core. So it was basically literally nothing. And so there's just been things that are out of my control now. And it's not like I'm throwing in the towel. I'm just like, all right, I'm still controlling every controllable I can, but there's just like, I just have less control over that, which if my whole goal of professional runner was around making the Olympics or running the sub 3, then I wouldn't be traveling overseas. I still want to chase athletic goals and challenge myself and do things that make me uncomfortable, because that pain and that challenge is where growth occurs. But yeah, this is just like my athletic career is just like one part of my my life, and I'm just very satisfied and fulfilled in multiple components at the moment, it's so good. I feel very healthy and balanced, and my quality of life is high, but it just means that maybe I'm not gonna do as well as I'd hoped in this marathon, but I'm still gonna let it absolutely rip, because if I go in thinking, I haven't done the work, yada yada, I'm definitely not gonna run it. I'm still gonna be delusionally optimistic and convince myself I can do the thing. And I know I've mentally got pretty good willpower. It's just whether my legs are underneath me. But you never know until you know. So the only thing I know for sure though is my brother has not missed a single session for this whole trip. He's back in Australia, living in the Gong. And growing up, we were like, I'm 2 years older than him. And I don't know, I was very competitive. He was much more laid back. So there wasn't many things that he beat me at. And this is not like having a dig at him. It's just like the nature of our personalities. But he has been all in on this prep, proper all in. And he's going to run a fast marathon. And I'm excited to see what he does. I'm going to try and hold on to his heels for as long as possible. But anyway, rising tide lifts all boats. So if he's getting fitter, it's only going to make me fitter in the long run. So it'll be lots of fun. Okay, so
It is the day after the race. It is Sunday. Oh, I don't even have my watch. I'm all over the shop, but I know, let me check my phone. It is 11:32 and Maddie woke me up at 11 a.m, which is just crazy. I know in the race day vlog, I woke up at 10 a.m. because we've been fighting some sleep deprivation, but yeah, my body's clearly catching up with it. Maddie got up, went for a run around the city. She's up and at 'em, but 11 a.m, that's the latest I've woken up almost ever in my whole life. Anyway, we're going to get some breakfast now. We're going to explore a bit of the city, get some food, do some shopping, and we're going to go watch Noah Olsen and Chandler Smith at 1:30 in the pro male pairs division, so that'll be a heap of fun. Taters.
This is a pretty good spread. I'm eating like I just competed in Hyrox Worlds, which I didn't, but I've been running around like I have been, so who cares? What's this place called? Egg Harbor.
Egg Harbor.
Okay, breakfast was,
Delicious.
had some pancakes. That was a real treat.
Yeah.
Super yum. Walking back to the venue now to watch some of the pro pairs men.
Yeah. Go Noah boy.
But as we've been walking back, we're just talking about all things Baylor brand content, how we're going to continue this momentum and what our strategy is going to be. Because there really is a lot of work behind the scenes on it, which like we love.
We're not just fluking it, you know?
Not just fluking it, like, but it's really great that Bailey and I work together every day, so we're really good at having these conversations. But one of the big things they're talking about is like consistency and like how we're going to build consistency, but for both of us being not just content creators, but business owners, it's all about us having like a really good structure and plan and planning forward as well. So we're trying to build in some of these routines for all things YouTube, Instagram, all the Bailey's channels, because we just really want to keep capitalizing on this time right now, because one, we're enjoying it so much. I think it's important to do things you're enjoying, but also because we know how beneficial it is to all aspects of our lives. For BayFit HQ, the exposure, and for Bailey to be able to keep meeting and connecting with different people is really fun.
Yeah, I feel like on this trip, I think we mentioned it before, you would have seen in the BPN tour video that like everyone's asking, oh, like how long you've been full-time social media, like what are your sponsors, what are your brands you work with, and like I'm like probably one of the only people who isn't full-time social media. And it was cool to talk to Dan Churchill yesterday in the just after our race about the pathway and the next steps and things like that, and I don't really want to, I definitely won't become full-time social media ever, but it is cool to start acting like a bit more of a full-time social media I guess person. It's the same way, like you don't wait to become a professional athlete before you start acting like one. You do the necessary steps beforehand. And I think I need to start, I don't know, acting a little bit more like it. Even though I put lots of effort into it, it's not my full-time job. But I think we need to start doing that, because we kind of acted like it a bit more this trip, and it's been crazy the dramatic growth we've had in followers, in likers, in subscribers, in everything in such a short period of time. So
especially YouTube, that's the one we're mainly trying to map out, because YouTube is definitely the most difficult platform to create on, in my opinion, because it has like the most time in filming and editing, and whereas like a TikTok reel or a TikTok video can go viral and it's a 20-second clip. And
the brands we've been speaking to, the ones we want to work with, they could not give two shits about TikTok. They want the long form, they want podcasts, they want YouTube, and that's what we've already been doing. And it's been having some of these meetings that's just been reaffirming that we're on the right path. We just need to keep watering that garden more than the short form media. The short form's good, it's like attracts engagement, gauges interest from a new audience, but whether you have someone as a subscriber or a follower who actually are invested in you, that's when the YouTube and the podcast and stuff come into it. So
and we definitely we're so passionate about our day jobs of like running the gym and being in media, and that's what we want to do forever. That's our forever career pathway, but we sort of see this as well as actually giving back to those careers as well. So that's why we're trying to manage it all. The thing we're talking about at the moment is when we're going to post every week. We're trying to do weekly YouTubes for Bailey's channel. I want to post at consistent times so you know when to expect it. When should that be?
Yeah, let us know. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know.
I know for me, like I watch a lot of YouTube like on a Sunday. That's my day. So anyway, comment below what you think.
Weekly YouTube, what day are you going to watch it?
What do you want to see as well?
Yeah.
The thing we're going to do when we get back home is Bailey's day of eating when he's back into routine in Sydney, and we've done a bit of a Whole Foods haul, but what's it like at Woolworths? Woolworths is the greatest place on earth in Australia.
Alright, we're about to walk into this venue and go watch the big boys throw down.
How are you?
I'm excellent. How we doing?
What's
Very
happening
good.
on 130?
150. This is my brother.
Hey,
Hi.
nice to meet you. Yeah. How you feeling? Ready to go?
Yeah, it's been an intense weekend. Yeah. Got in Friday night, and then I missed Max going on because he went so early.
Yo, so Bailey's the one that took all the content.
Oh, okay. Awesome. You got. It was well done, my friend.
I've been trained well by the boss.
Yeah. It's a collaborative approach.
So Maddie runs like a Be All In Media, like an agency. So we have like Be All In the gym, and then we've got like a media arm to it. She does like athlete management, content creation, and brand management as well. And so while she's over here,
Of everything. This is my protege. I do everything for him. He's my star athlete. When I work with other people, he's like, oh, but I'm your favorite still. And I'm like, yeah, of course.
But she's had people like reach out and ask them, like her to create content for them for the race. Of course. So people in New Zealand, people in America, people like wherever. And so she's been like filming, and the other day she had 2 people filming or like competing at the same time. So I had one athlete, she had the other.
That's amazing.
So I've been practicing, alright? And I was just like, I was using you as some work experience.
I love it, bro. I love it. It's actually great that it's like obviously like for talent, you'd like them to get content out of these things.
100%.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's great.
100%.
So
You guys have anyone else that's going today?
Not today.
just Indies and then big stuff yesterday. So today we just get to
Enjoy
sit back
and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, not run around like crazy.
How's your body feeling?
Yeah, good. Just a little bit sore, but like nothing crazy.
Yeah, very good. Wait, and then what's your guys' your travels next? So you going back to Sydney?
Home.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
LA, like fly to LA and then LA to Sydney tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's a flight.
Yeah.
At least you get pissed off in LA though.
Yeah.
True.
Next
Yeah.
up, just want to get back there, get the legs back in the body, back to normal hours so we can get ready for Gold Coast Marathon in 2 weeks. So.
Wait, then we got this sub 3.
Yeah, that's the plan. What's your best? 58?
57.
57. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I think we
Maybe
smashed
this
it.
one, but nah. We'll see. At least I got something to chase, you know? It'll be good. Alright, I'll let you get the
Good luck.
time.
Bye.
So me and Maddie walking around just talking about next year's Hyrox Worlds. I think all of the Bayfit crew is going to go down to Melbourne for Hyrox Melbourne. And I think the plan is I'm going to do mixed doubles again with Daisy, try and qualify again. I think I'm going to try and do pro pairs in the male division as well. Not sure who my partner's going to be yet. I've got a few options, and I think we might put a relay team together as well. So I'll try and compete 3 times that weekend, see if we can qualify in a few different divisions. That could be fun. Also, we don't know where Hyrox Worlds is next year, but Maddie and I are putting money on it's going to be in Australia, because Australia just won the relay for Worlds. I feel like we've got a pretty good contingent, so yeah, calling next year Worlds in Australia, and I'm going to compete in all 3 divisions, except individual. No thanks. Let's go, boys!
Okay, we are back in Chicago town, and we're gonna go see the Bean.
I don't know what the Bean is.
Bailey doesn't know where I'm taking him. I just said, let's go look at this thing. So we'll see. Pretty good day so far.
So we leave for the airport in like 2 hours, and yeah, man, I don't even know what to say right now.
Bailey's has some exciting news.
Oh, so I'm